The king heralded a new era in Anglo-German relations as he and Queen Camilla attended a glittering state banquet on their first state visit of the new reign. Their three-day tour marks a reset of Britain's relationship with Germany and other European Union countries after Rishi Sunak's Windsor agreement with the EU on post-Brexit trade arrangements. It also comes amid a determination in London and other capitals to forge a united front across Western Europe in the face of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. At a white tie banquet in Schloss Bellevue, the official residence of Germany's President Frank-Walter Steinmeier, where guests ranged from former German Chancellor Angela Merkel to strictly star Motsi Mabuse. The monarch reflected on more than 40 visits to the country and his love of German sausages and beer. "I also think fondly of the time my wife and I sampled Bavarian sausages at a farmer's market in Munich, and found ourselves drinking beer and waltzing around at the Hofbrauhaus," he said. "I can understand why St. Boniface, an English monk who is famous for having preached in Germany, is also a patron saint of brewers." He said the two countries were deeply invested in each other's futures. "I am utterly convinced that the connections between us will grow ever stronger as together we pursue a more sustainable, prosperous, and secure future." The king, wearing the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany First Class presented to him, said it was a friendship which mattered greatly to his mother, who cared deeply about the bond between the two countries. "I did want to thank you all, once again, for the profoundly touching messages of support and affection we received from so many people in Germany following the sadness of her death last year." He added, "The relationship between Germany and the United Kingdom matters greatly to me, too, Mr. President, and I am more convinced than ever of its enduring value to us all. It means so much to us that my wife." He and Camilla, who wore the Boucheron diamond tiara with a shimmering Bruce Oldfield black evening gown and the late Queen's fringed diamond necklace, should have been in France at the start of this week, but that state visit was called off because of violent protests against President Emmanuel Macron's decision to raise the retirement age in France from 62 to 64. In his first comments about the postponement of the French trip, the king expressed regret soon after landing in Berlin. "It's very sad," he told a reporter from the BFM news channel. The 74-year-old monarch was given the honor of becoming the first visiting head of state to receive a ceremonial welcome at the Brandenburg Gate. The 1791 monument, now a symbol of national unity but once the emblem of a divided Europe after the Berlin Wall was erected, and it was out of bounds to both East and West Germans. They were greeted by President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and his wife, Elke Budenbender, with full pomp and circumstance. A German band even played Elgar's Land of Hope and Glory for the crowd before their arrival. Beneath gunmetal grey skies, King Charles, 74, and Camilla, 75, went on separate walkabouts among 1,500 well-wishers, mainly British expatriates invited by the embassy and German schoolchildren involved in exchange programs, after the monarch had inspected a guard of honor. Earlier, as a mark of respect, 2 Luftwaffe Typhoon jets escorted the RAF Voyager plane carrying the royal party through German airspace. Shortly before it touched down at Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, they were greeted with a 21-gun salute, fired by nearby field guns, and a flypast by 2 military jets as they paused at the top of the plane steps after arrival. Camilla, wearing a turquoise Bruce Oldfield dress and coat with a matching Philip Tracy hat, walked down the steps behind the king. The Queen consort also wore a brooch from the late Queen, which was a given to her by her grandmother Queen Mary on her 1942